to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard. The winter is a great time for bald eagle watching in Missouri, and here to tell us the best spots and about all of the events the Missouri Department of Conservation is hosting is our friend Dan Zarlinga. Welcome back, Dan.
Well, thanks for having me, Sarah.
So we love to have you. I actually love to hear about what's going on outside. I'm sure our viewers do too, especially this time of year.
Well, you know, a lot of people think of, well, winter, there's nothing really going on, everything's cold and everything, but that's really could be farther from the truth. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you know, if you're willing to dress up properly and you know, don't mind a little bit of cold, there's a lot of stuff to do.
It's good to get outside. It just feels good, and we need to do it.
Yeah, it's good for you. It's
Year-round.
good to get out of the house once in a while.
Yeah.
Good fresh air, exercise, all that stuff.
So right now, this time of year, we're in January. The Eagles are here in Missouri.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't realize, but actually Missouri is one of the best eagle watching states in the whole country.
Is that right?
Yes, it is. We we always have some nesting pairs of eagles here year round, maybe close to 200 or so. But in the wintertime, that goes up by more than 10 times. We have over 2,000 eagles here typically in the winter. And basically what's happening is they're coming in from the north, the northern states and Canada, in the pine forests there, when the temperatures get really cold there and the rivers and bodies of water start freezing up, they come down here where the water's more open. And that's because their favorite food is fish, basically.
Right, so it's the rivers here are attracting them. And the eagles, this is news to me that there are eagles that stay here year round.
Absolutely, yes.
So why are they staying? Why are they not flying back north?
Well, they have stayed here, they've imprinted here, and they've got good habitat here.
Okay.
And we've got good bodies of water. In fact, we've got the Missouri and the Mississippi rivers, which have a confluence right here near St. Louis, and they're the biggest rivers in the whole continent of North America. We've got some very nice other bodies, large bodies of water like Table Rock Lake and Pomme de Terre, and we've got some good wetland areas. So we've got some really good habitat here. Interestingly, though, there was a time when that wasn't the case, when we didn't have eagles hardly here at all in Missouri, because there was a lot of hunting in the 1800s, and so their populations were really, really decimated. So, you know, by the middle of the early 20th century and middle of the 20th century, they're hardly here at all here in Missouri. And a lot of folks may know about the DDT thing, that was the pesticide that farmers were using, and that got into the water systems and into the fish, and the eagles ate the fish, and then that got into their systems.
Okay.
And then that chemical prevented them from producing calcium, and so their eggs were brittle. And when they sat on their eggs to incubate them, they cracked them, basically.
Oh, wow. So this is when they became endangered? Is that
Yes,
right?
this is when they became that, and hunting also. But even then, by the time that the DDT thing became an issue, even by that time in Missouri, the eagle populations were almost nil. So, but anyway, it's a remarkable comeback story because, first of all, there was the ban on DDT, and then there was a crackdown on hunting of eagles, and it's completely illegal now. And also in Missouri, the Missouri Department of Conservation, in cooperation with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Dickerson Park Zoo in Springfield, underwent a reintroduction program in the 1980s. And so they released eagles into favorable habitats. And now when they're young like that, they'll actually kind of imprint on the areas where they first learned to fly and all. So fortunately, a lot of them have done that, and that's one of the reasons we have the eagle populations we have here year-round now.
That's so interesting. And so when do they start arriving in St. Louis area, the Missouri?
Well, usually December is when they come here. They come in December, maybe a little bit earlier, but the main surge comes in December, especially if there's some good cold weather. And so they stay here December, January, and February, the big months, and then usually the end of February and beginning of March, they go back up north again as things thaw out a little bit more. Okay,
and then this weekend is Eagle Days, and we're going to take a break right now, but when we come back, we're going to talk all about the specifics of your special event.
Great.
And how we can come out and watch them and through our binoculars. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Dan Zarlinga and more on Eagle Days in just a moment.